ain't no need to wait. We can handle this shit on the now. Oh, where you at? I can pull up 200 to slide. Expensive as fuck. But that's the cost you pay when these niggas won't play. You can't let them see no more days. You dying and not. Just let me know. Cause I got time today for sure. You got some dead homies that you miss. Equality time today for sure. Bitch trying to tell me she miss me. But she ain't told me with a tippy. She ain't told me with a whole skill. That's all a real nigga know real. I don't wanna hear that shit you capping. Wish I had a option. Bitch, you hack. Bring me to the mode. Bitch, I'm stacked. Trying to act straight to the shit I'm lacking. They don't mean me no more. Bitch, you hack. Can't play fast. Bitch, I'm stacked. My price way too high. Can't find me on way fast.
What's up? What's up?
Sound good to a nigga that came from.
Now I'm on my laptop, y'all, so I cannot see who is watching. What's up?
Ain't nothing but money, but you ain't got none. Ain't nothing but a bitch, but you ain't got one. What you asking about drugs? What you wanna buy some?
Hey, guys.
Ain't nothing but money,
Somebody say hi. What's up? Can y'all hear my music? Is it too loud?
but you ain't got one. What you asking about drugs? Wanna buy some? I'll quit cap.
Okay. I guess ain't nobody gonna say nothing. So let me go ahead and get started. So for those of you that were on the last live, we got cut really, really short. So I was in my car on live, and in my new house, I have a lot of trees. So I'm guessing my signal just is not really good out here. So I am on my laptop now. So hopefully y'all will get a few more minutes than y'all got last time. But somebody shared my live last time. Let me turn this off. What's up? What's up? I don't know if you just popped on. Was that music loud? Was it too loud or not? Not. But anyway, so somebody shared my live from last time. I was being lazy. I said I wasn't gonna rewatch it and see where I stopped off. But somebody had recently shared it yesterday. So I went ahead and just clicked it. So I was able to hear the very last part of it where I stopped off, which was talking about triggers, and it was on uh, um, the example of dating somebody that put their phone down. So just to recap, I said me personally, I wouldn't date anybody that have their or I wouldn't date anybody that have an issue with the phone being down because even being somebody that's single, I have my phone down a lot when I'm with somebody. And I put my phone down not because I'm cheating or hiding something, like people like to say, but if my phone light up, the screen light up, somebody called, whatever it is, like I'm going to check my phone. So I put my phone down out of respect for the person that I'm with so I could just be focused literally on you. But I know we got this witness generation where everybody cheats or think everybody cheats. So it's like when you're with somebody and their phone down, that's a trigger for you. And then instead of you focusing on that person and the conversation at hand, now your mind going like, damn, why they phone down? Who they talking to? What's going on? Like now you done tuned out of the situation because you got triggered because their phone was down. So I be telling people like you gotta know your triggers. If you learn your triggers, you gonna save yourself from a bunch of headache. You wouldn't date nobody who put their phone down. Again, I wouldn't date nobody who got an issue with me putting my phone down. Another one I'm gonna talk about, and y'all ask y'all questions, please chime in, share the live, tag some people. We talking on triggers. Just remember triggers, triggers, triggers. So get y'all questions in. Nothing personal. Don't ask me no personal questions. I'm gonna have to send you my link to book. If it ain't about triggers, don't ask me nothing personal. Another one is we like to follow people on social media that triggers us. I don't know what's this thing. This used to be me, so I kind of understand it, but at this point, I don't. It's this thing where we don't want to block people or we don't want to unfriend people because we don't want them to feel like we feel some type of way or that is beef. But truth of the matter is, you do feel some type of way. Like if somebody is there, you're bothered by their posts, you're bothered by their comments, you're just bothered by them, whatever it is. It don't matter if they ain't done nothing personal to you. Whatever it is about them, you are triggered by them. I don't understand what's this thing why we don't unfriend people or why we don't block people. It's, we got this thing where, well, I don't want them to feel some type of way, or I ain't bothered, I ain't this. Baby, listen, yes, you are bothered. It's people that bother me, and I unfollow a lot of people because you bother me, and I don't care. I admit it. I don't care about half of none of y'all what y'all think about me, as you can probably see. I unfollow a lot of people because you bother me. Whether you saying something stupid, whether you always trying to argue, whether you Facebook bullying somebody, you bother me. And I don't block you or unfriend you because I know the things I post, I know you need to see it. I know what I post and talk about, I know I'm helping you. But you are bothering me. You're bothering my spirit. So yes, I'm gonna unfollow you first. I only block people when it get personal. But I don't understand this thing of why we don't do it. Like, you're triggered. Work on your triggers, and sometimes working on your triggers is blocking people out your life, blocking people off your timeline, blocking them so you don't get on somebody else's post and see them comment stupid shit. Block them. Right, Terry? Blocked. Terry, I'm bugging up because I think I said this to you before. Like, I think people was like trying to tell you stop blocking people because you probably blocking potential clients or something like that. And my mindset on that is, honey, if I gotta block you, you were never gonna be a potential client ever. Because if you were a potential client, then you will respect me on my platform. You wouldn't come to my platform talking mess or, trying to degrade me or whatever it is I be seeing people, do to you or whatever, or do to us. You wouldn't do that if you was a potential client. You weren't gonna ever be a potential client. So guess what? Blocked. I'm with you, Terry. Blocked. I'm never finna try to keep people on my timeline or in my space because they may potentially be a client. No, you bothering me. Either you gonna grow up and treat me with respect, or you gonna get blocked. Hey, say it. So this says Facebook user. I don't know who this is, but hey, can y'all still see my broadcast? Got a freaking message saying it stopped. Just type yes, we hear you, yes, we see you, or something, so I know to keep going. I hope my signal. Okay, good. I hope my signal ain't tripping. I'm around these trees. I gotta go. If y'all got any idea of how I can boost my signal, please send them to me because my new area, I'm around a bunch of trees and it's steadily messing with my signal. But anyway, the next thing too, friendly. Let's talk about this friendly situation. I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people are triggered by their dude or their woman being quote unquote friendly. My thing with that is if you are a person who there's a fine line between being friendly and being flirty. And I don't think we understand the difference of it. So the minute we see somebody being friendly, we're triggered and we're like, oh, they flirting with A, B, and C whole time. There's no flirting going on. They're just being friendly. Aluminum foil on a laptop. You can't be serious. But but again, that's a thin line between friendly and flirty. If you are a person where you think every time somebody is being friendly, they're being flirty, that's a trigger for you. And would not suggest you dating or getting into an exclusive relationship with a person that you feel like is too friendly. I always say, and it's another topic, we ain't gonna go into it on here, but it's another topic where it goes up with this opposite sex friend thing. And although I understand there's a thin line and you can't trust women or men to, be respectful of your relationship, the thing is, God only created two genders. I'm gonna say it again. I ain't going into all that other stuff. God only created two genders. You either male or you female. So we always gonna be talking to the opposite sex. We always gonna be interacting with them, whether that's business, association, just by passing. We at a party, hey, hi, how you doing? A club, out in the grocery store, bowling alley, wherever you're at, you're always going to be talking to the opposite sex. So the thing is, if you are triggered by a person being friendly, you need to make sure, first of all, you do not date them, or secondly, you gotta go working on it. You gotta work on them trust issues, because you will cause an argument with your guy or your girl over something that never happened. And I talked about that before with the overthinking. A lot of us overthinkers, we have that issue. We'll the color will be strictly red, but because we saw something blue pass by, now our thought process is thrown off. So now all we see is blue, and we swear to God that thing is blue. And somebody's like, "No, it's red." Like, look, well, no, I saw blue, and here it is. Now you arguing over something that never happened or never was going to happen. And it's the same with that friendly thing. Like, especially when you meet somebody and they've had previous friends. Now that one right there is a killer for me. New friends, I understand. We can I'm kind of with you on this new friend thing. But friends that you met this person, and these men or these women were already their friend beforehand, come on now. You cannot come in here saying, "Oh, well, you too friendly with such and such." Of course I am. We grew up together. Yeah, sign. Yeah, it's a sign of immaturity and insecurity. And I'm gonna even go as far as to say this, because I want people to get to the point where they don't they don't let other people make them feel bad for having an insecurity or even having some type of immaturity. So it's not the fact that you are insecure or that you are immature. It's the fact that you stay there. Like, if somebody bring an issue to you and they're saying, "Hey, you constantly doing, X, Y, and Z. Like, why are you doing that? That's not healthy." And instead of you receiving that and being like, "Damn, you know what? Okay, I've always been this way. It's not good. It's tearing my relationships up. It's tearing my friendships up. Let me work on that." Instead of you doing that, you wanna, well, if you stop doing X, Y, and Z, I wouldn't be like this. I mean, you gotta work on that insecurity. You gotta work on that immaturity. Hold on, y'all. Let me go back up. I want to get Terry's comment. So Terry, this is long. It ain't gonna be all on the screen. But so Terry said that was definitely a trigger for me. But I noticed with the last person I dated, it challenged me because she had male friends. She was honest about everything. I learned to not trip off of it. And even when I didn't ask, she reassured me on a lot of things, and that aided to healing my triggers. Y'all share the live, like the live. Please help my algorithms tag some people in. Terry, I'm gonna salute you for that. I'm really gonna salute you for that, because you don't see people saying that. You don't see people admitting that. You don't see people actually want to come to terms to getting rid of those triggers or healing from those triggers. The thing is about that, Terry, and I tell people, when you come into a situation, I would never date a dude that try to tell me I got to get rid of my male friends ever. It's a wrap. You might as well keep looking, bro, because this ain't that. I will never, like, if I'm with you, you got to trust me that I'm going to put a standard up. You got to trust me that I'm not going to let nobody come in and tear down what's ours. The thing is, we want to control people so bad because we've been hurt before, because we have an insecurity, because we have some type of immaturity. We want to control people so that they don't hurt us. And that's okay to an extent. It's okay to an extent until you start trying to isolate this person from literally everything and everybody. You shouldn't be dating if that's your mindset. You got to be able to trust this person, that if quote unquote, if a friend, an opposite sex friend, crosses the boundary or crosses the line, you got to trust that the person you with is going to shut that ass down. If that person you're with not shutting them down, then the problem ain't the opposite sex friends. The problem is the person you dating. It ain't your job to come make people stop talking to your girl or your dude. It ain't your job to make people not flirt with them. That's their job. And if they don't do their job, then they're the ones you need to reevaluate and be mad at. But Terry, I salute you on that, because you got to think, like, again, like I said, it's male and female in the world. And you can't make yourself be to the point where, oh, I don't trust the opposite sex friend thing. That's a trigger for me, or you too friendly to the point where now you are damaging your relationship because you can't trust this person to go to the grocery store. They on the phone. Oh, who is that? Who you talking to? Like, who wanna? We grown. We grown. Why do I have to answer to you 24/7 just so you can feel secure? And if you're with a person like that, and if you want to stay with them, that's also okay. So I'm not saying leave people who have that type of insecurity. You got to know what you can deal with and what you can't deal with. As for me, I'm not dealing with it. I'm 35. There's no way I'm finna let a person come in and control me and say, who you talking to? Who you texting? Checking my phones. Where you going? Okay, where you going? Okay, cool. Okay, who finna be there? Like, you not my daddy. You not my daddy. And I'm not finna let you be my daddy. Trust and believe that I love you enough and I'm mature enough and I have enough self-control to where I won't let nobody come tear down what we building. And then speaking of self-control, I was just in a conversation yesterday with somebody, and she was talking about her and her husband having opposite sex friends. And I was telling her I wouldn't date a dude who says he don't want opposite sex friends. And when I say that, it's because I feel like it's something about yourself that you don't trust. I need to be able to see you operating with, and that's crazy. We ain't even supposed to be on opposite sex friends, but I guess it go hand in hand with friendly. But I need to know that I can trust you to be in an environment with the opposite sex, and that you're not gonna go. I gotta be able to trust that you know how to handle being with the opposite sex friends, and they can't come on in and trick you into giving them some what. So if you don't want opposite sex female friends, I mean, uh, that's kind of sketchy to me. Because what you scared of? So you're telling me you don't have self control, right? That means when we into it, if you want to talk to the opposite sex about our problems, it's gonna be easy for them to trick you into their bed. Hey JC. Okay, going down to so Cozy said no new friends. Hold on. No new friends who ain't blessed on both in by both sides. Old friends are normal. People just don't know how to deal with it because life tells the story of how it goes bad too often. Okay, I know I read that too fast, y'all, but so what I believe he is saying that the no new friends thing should be only if both parties are not welcoming this new friend in. So if you have a new friend, I should be able to, okay, say my guy, I'm definitely single by the way, but say I got a guy I'm with, and he meet a chick because he out with his guys or whatever, and the conversation is really decent, decent. And say he feels like he's developed a friendship with her. She has crossed the line, yada yada yada. I would expect, I'm not gonna say, oh no, you can't talk to her. I would expect that if you say this girl is your friend for real, you should be able to introduce us. We should be able to go out on dates. If she got to do, we should be able to do double dates. We should be able to be in an environment together where you invite me, knowing that she gonna be there, and vice versa. That's how you handle new friends. Not know, oh, I ain't gonna invite my girl because such gonna be there. Or the whole, okay, this is my new friend, but she inviting only me out somewhere knowing I got a girl. Like it's just certain boundaries we shouldn't cross, even with new friends. Now your girl ain't gotta be buddy with her, and your guy ain't gotta be buddy with him. But you should be able to secure your partner in knowing that, okay, this is a new friend, but just know that's, hey, I got this. It ain't finna be no boundaries, no lines crossed. You ain't gotta worry about nothing going on. Trust and believe you gonna see that this is just a friend and only a friend. Y'all got questions? Get y'all questions in. I am finna leave in a minute, so I ain't gonna be on here long. So I said I created my own triggers by being the guy females friends, being the guy that my female friends cheated with. So when I got serious, I automatically felt like the guy was being cheated on. Okay, I think I know what you're saying, but So here's the thing. I had a few arguments with guys like that who said that. And my thing to them was, just because you was the guy that cheated with your female friends, don't mean I'm the female to cheat with my guy friends. So you can't project your BS on somebody else. You can't say because I did it, that means they're going to do it. You messed up. You tripped. Okay. So are you still that type of guy? Because that's also my argument too. If you're coming in telling me I can't have guy friends because you was the guy friend that cheated with your female friends, then now I'm finna really look at you like, oh, okay, so you telling me not to because what? You still struggling with that? You said you ain't changed or people can't change? That's gonna be for another broadcast, y'all. 'Cause I feel like I'm getting off strictly on that situation. Let me read the next. Dang, Terry, you going in, ain't you? Okay, so his comment finna be long, y'all. I'm gonna try to read it from the sideline though, because you ain't gonna be able to see it. So he said, back to the aid in my triggers part. She assured me on so much from day one, and that's what I love the most. Versus a past situation, I was sure I wasn't reassured about anything. It's the uncertainty that creates insecurities. And I agree, Terry. I'm gonna read the rest after I say what I'm gonna say. So I agree. So when you're dealing with a person where you feel like they are too friendly and you have certain insecurities or you have certain past experiences where your guy or your woman was cheating on you with men that they called a friend or whoever. The thing is, if your partner is reassuring you, because they don't have to do any of that, but if they are taking time to reassure you, like, hey, this ain't that, like, I'm telling you, this, we good. Do you want to come around? Do you want to meet them? Like, if they're reassuring you about the uncertain things, you should do your part and work on your insecurities. You should do your part and start healing, because you're going to mess up that situation. And more than likely, when you mess that up, you finna jump back into a situation with somebody else who definitely gonna cheat on you. So going back to Terry comment, so he says, so I've learned if your person doesn't love you enough to reassure you, even when you ask, they're not for you. And I absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. They're not for you. Because your partner ain't going, and this ain't even on my thing, but since you said that, we gonna even go tit for tat. Your partner ain't even a person that's gonna do tit for tat. If a person doing tit for tat with you, bro, she ain't for you. Sis, no, get out. Get out. It's so unhealthy. So then the next comment was, I've tried dating my female friends twice and they both ended horrible. So I had to create the friend zone. Once they were there, that's where they stayed. And that's cool. The thing is, I'm a person that believes when you're in a relationship, that person should be your friend and then ultimately your best friend. So I'm not saying that everybody that's your friend is supposed to be somebody that you date. That's something you got to know by in your friendship stage. You will know. Just because they are a friend don't mean y'all are good on the dating scene in a relationship. That's what happened with me and my son's father. And I'm divorced now. Like, we were hella good friends. Like, you couldn't tell us nothing. Like, we was dope. We got into a relationship, a marriage. It didn't quite, I don't know what changed, but it was a totally different ball game than us just being friends. So not everybody that's your friend is beneficial or qualified to be your girlfriend or your boyfriend. But I do believe, in the same breath of saying that, I do believe that the person you're with should definitely be your friend and ultimately your best friend. So the next comment. So sometimes men don't want female friends because they cause discomfort. It be women who give too much sexual energy or territorial energy, making your woman think shit happen or will happen. And that too is true. And this is why I go back to say it's up to you. If you see that woman doing that, first of all, she ain't your friend, especially if she trying to tear your relationship up. So as you being the friend of that person, that's for you to cut her off. Not necessarily for your partner to come in and be like, oh, I don't like her, you need to get rid of her. Like, that's for you to be mature enough to see that. And sometimes, you know, y'all men, I don't really want to say it, but y'all be SLOW sometimes. So say your woman do see things that you don't see. That's also up to you to start paying attention and not brush her off. Vice versa. But I'm speaking to you because you a guy that said it. That's also up to you though. Once your old lady make you aware of something that somebody is doing that makes her feel uncomfortable, you need to evaluate the situation. Start looking. Start really seeing if that's what it is. Because in the same breath, too, it don't always be what it is. It's just that your partner is so insecure about whatever going about this female or this male to where they just don't want you around them. And they really don't have a legit reason to tell you not to be around them. But every situation is case by case, though. But when you feeling that sexual energy or any type of energy where they trying to tear your relationship apart, cut it. Cut it off. Old friends and new friends. Because it ain't just the new friends, y'all. It be them old friends too. You think they for you, whole time they plotting on you. Because they liked you when you weren't happy. They liked you when you weren't in a relationship. They liked you when you was always going through breakups or you had a person who wasn't good for you. They liked you then. But now you telling me you got somebody that love you? Oh no, I can't have that. Because they taking you away from me. So it be them old friends sometimes too that be a mug. So it ain't just the new friends. So y'all get y'all questions in. I am finna get off in a few. I just want to get back in and do a little part 2 on triggers since I got cut off on the first one. So I do got one more I'm finna talk about and then I'm out for today. So get y'all questions in while y'all here. Another one is we, as it relates to triggers, we disturb our own peace. And when I say we disturb our own peace, I mean we will go look for problems that we should not be looking for. We'll go look for issues, comments, posts, pictures, videos, whatever it is. We'll go look for that, knowing we're going to be triggered if we find a certain answer. So you are the reason for your own triggers. You disturbing your own peace. If you know, let's see, I should have wrote down an example. If you know you got into it with a certain person, right? Why would you go look for their name on social media? Why would you go see what they're posting? Why would you go watch their stories? Why are you checking for them? When you knowing that they trigger you, you're upset with them, you don't like them, y'all beefing, whatever's going on. Why would you purposely go find something to disturb your own peace? Knowing you're going to be triggered. And I see a lot of people do that. I see the biggest thing I see with on my timeline right now, the biggest thing I'm seeing is this whole women are posting about their dude, baby daddy, or whoever, and they in the new chick or whoever they messing with. And I be seeing that this little post where I was talking about you downgraded or she ugly, yada yada yada. So the thing is with that, first of all, if y'all not together, why are you checking for him? And people be lying like, oh, well, somebody shared it. You're lying. Ain't nobody shared nothing. You went and searched for it. You went and found it. And if they did share it, block them. Go back up to what I said earlier. Block them then. If you know it's a trigger seeing your baby daddy, your baby mama, or whoever move on and be happy with somebody else, block them. So you don't see when people share their stuff. Block it so you don't accidentally stumble over them being happy. We will go look for stuff and then we be mad because we triggered. We mad at the other person because we triggered. When you disturbed your own peace because you went searching. You went on this Facebook, this FBI investigation thing. You using your friend's page to go search whoever. You having your friends and family go check such and such page. Like, you are the reason for your triggers. When you get to a certain age and a maturity level, we gotta get to the point where you are protecting your own peace and literally protecting your own peace. But stop checking for people that you say you don't care about. Stop checking for people you say you don't like. Stop checking for people you say you ain't bothered by. Stop checking for people where you say, oh, I'm done with that. I don't care. I moved on. No, I ain't stunned them, but you checking for them. Every time you turn around, you making a post about them. You're triggered. because you're triggering your own self. Move on. Let it go. Heal. If they ain't for you, let them go. But the thing is, to me personally, I think people like being triggered. Not everybody, but some people. I think you like being triggered because being triggered gives you the attention that you want. It makes you important. When you make certain stats from you being triggered, some people like them, some people share them, some people comment on them, and they make you feel good about having the triggers that you have. Some people like being triggered. I'll come to terms with that. I mean, you can't help everybody, right? But yes, I am ending. If y'all got any questions, anybody that's on, I will be starting my Q&A lives back up in July. Those will only be 30 minutes, and those will only be on questions that people previously sent in. So I do got a list that I have already. And whatever I don't get to on that 30-minute live, it'll be pushed to the next 30-minute live. I'm also starting my podcasting back up in July. I have one guest so far in July. So if you guys want to be a guest, please hit me up so I can send you that link to book. So Terry said, he said, facts, I don't go looking for anything anymore. Even when I care about you and we not rocking, I'm not checking your page because I know I might see something that will trigger me. And I don't want to exhibit that type of toxic energy anymore. And again, I salute you on it, Terry. I remember, and not to go too deep into your situation, before we start following each other, I knew about you. I knew about you because, man, people was, whatever you had going on, people was sharing your stuff. They was talking about you. You was always the topic of discussion. And I remember saying, like, damn, I don't want to follow him because I don't want that energy in my space. But I'm also the type of person where I also don't judge people based off what somebody else said. So when I would see them share stuff, a lot of times, to be honest, it would be stuff of yours that to me, I was like, what's wrong with that? What he said was good. Like, but it's because they knew you and I didn't. So I judged you based off what I saw was shared. They was judging you based off them knowing your personal situation. So when we became friends on social media, I was like, and we've inboxed about your growth plenty of times, but just to see your growth, Terry, like I salute you on that. I salute you on that because I've seen where you came from, and then the fact that you even admitting it publicly. I've seen where you came from, and I've seen where you are now. And so you're the type of person who I've seen people tell you before too, oh, you can't talk because you used to do such and such. And what I would tell you, what I would inbox you, talk your shit. Because the people who used to do something and don't do it no more, those are the main people that should be talking about something. It's the ones who used to do something and still doing that shouldn't be having shit to say about nothing. But the fact that you knew you were in a toxic situation and that you were checking for toxic energy and you were loving at the moment that toxic energy, the fact that you knew that's what you was, and now you're saying, I'm in a different space, I'm here now. I purposely don't go check for that because I know it's going to trigger me. I'm here on a different element. I'm not into that toxic energy anymore. I respect that and I salute that. Those type of people are the people I care about. The ones who try to tell y'all, oh, you used to do X, Y, and Z, so you shouldn't be talking. I don't deal with those type of people. Because those are the type of people who, what's that saying? I want to see you do good, or I want to see you doing better, whatever it is, but just not better than me. That's what those type of people are. Those people who, once you start talking positivity, once you start talking like, hey, I don't deal with that chick or that dude no more that had me posting all this toxic mess on Facebook, giving everybody the insight on my relationship. Once you change from that person, now people feel like you the problem now. Now people be like, oh, well, you can't talk. I remember when X, Y, Z. So do you want me to change or do you not? Do you want me to get better or do you not? Like, make up your mind. Y'all saying y'all tired of seeing the mess, but then when I stop showing y'all the mess, and all of a sudden you telling me I can't what? So do you want me to change from toxic Terry to heal Terry or do you not? But yeah, that goes back not only old friends, but like even social media. Like, it's people love to see you triggered. People love to see you in your element of being toxic. People love to see you in your element of drama. The minute you come out of that, and they will egg you on too. You get the shares, you get the comments, you get the likes, you get the baby. Yes. Ooh, girl. Uh-huh. Ooh, man, bro. I'm feeling you. You get all of that when it's drama, when it's toxic stuff. When it's anything about your personal life, you get all of that. When you bashing the opposite sex, oh, they own it. You the best of the best. The minute you bring positivity, now you boring. The minute you don't want to be toxic and post your social media, your relationship on social media, oh, now you hiding something. Oh, now you ashamed of your partner. And then the crazy part about that is like when people do that, it starts to trigger you again. And you be like, damn, okay, I'm not posting my partner. Now, I used to post my partner when we was in this toxic stuff. Now I don't, the partner I'm with that I'm healed, I don't post them anymore. So people are saying now, because I don't post them, now it's some hiding stuff, or this person ain't really who they is. All right, let me post them. In a minute you post, that's what people don't realize. Whatever you put on social media is open for targets. It's open for threats. It's open for people to come and try to break it up. It's open. It's open for judgment. You're welcome, Terry. And like I said, I'm gonna keep saying it. Talk your talk, Terry, because it's more men that's been like you. It's more men that's been like you, and they need to know how to get out of it. Sometimes we go after the woman or the man that we're comfortable with, and we got all these years. A lot of times we say we don't want to start over. I know that's hard and I know that's tough, but we be wanting to stay in stuff that we know ain't good for us because we want to prove a point to somebody that I know how to keep a man or I know how to keep a woman. Whole time you be triggered off every fucking thing. You trigger that they sharing somebody's stuff. You trigger that they liking somebody's stuff. You trigger that they got hearts under somebody's stuff. You trigger that they comment. You trigger because they sharing this and they ain't posting you. Like, know your triggers. Work on your triggers. Stop letting people make you feel guilty for your triggers. And stop being around people, family, friends, situationships, whatever. Stop being around those people that's purposely triggering you. It's so much stuff going on, y'all. Like, y'all see it just as much as me. Like, people are killing each other left and right. People dying left and right. Mugs is really hurting out here. Mugs are really triggered, hella triggered. And people be so triggered to where we don't think like, all right, I'm gonna just make a Facebook post and bash them or whatever the case. People are so damn triggered to where if you make them the topic of discussion, you embarrass them on social media, guess what's gonna happen? When they catch you outside of social media, and now your life gone. Now we seeing all these people, oh, they was a good person. You ain't have to do that to them. People are hella triggered. It's so many people that's triggered nowadays. Like one wrong word, your life is gone because the people are just out of their mind. Like, it's so many people looking for peace, and it goes back to one of the things I said earlier. Like, we gotta stop disturbing our own peace. But thank you guys for coming. I am out. I'm finna get my day started. Got a few things to do. I ain't gonna promise y'all I'm gonna be on live every week or every month, but I'm trying to get back on here so I can talk with you guys. Send me any topics y'all want to talk about. You can inbox them to me. You can post them anytime on any of my posts, and I'll probably go live. If you want to actually get on those lives with me, you can. This is stuff we need to talk about with people, y'all. We talk about it anyway behind the screen when we typing. Get on live. Let's talk. Let's actually let people see us having a conversation. Because a lot of times when you're typing things can get misconstrued. Like the other day so it was one guy got on there and a guy got on there and basically came behind me and took up for me. So I started just laughing, being sarcastic with this one dude. So I made a post about dating. The post was about dating. It's about dating. It was my opinion on dating. And I basically said, just make sure you are dating a person that's also dating you the same way. Just because you think this person is only dating you don't mean that they're not dating other people. Just make sure y'all on the same page. Some dude was triggered. I don't know why he was triggered because he got a fiance. So, bro, you shouldn't even be out here dating anymore. So I don't know what you was even triggered for. So he was end up triggered. Couldn't tell me what was wrong about the statement. Went into a whole spaz about you're divorced and that's why I have a fiance. Oh, ain't no man checking for you, and it shows just a bunch of stuff, right? And I'm looking like, so I'm laughing and I'm like, poor Tink Tink, because I knew that was making him mad. My thing was, what triggered you? What triggered you to the point where you can't have a mature adult conversation and you had to go and personally attack somebody's information about their past? It's not even nothing that's current, but it was something you didn't have nothing on them, but you went and you purposely attacked them about their relationship status or whatever it is. Like, we be so triggered to the point where we feel like we can have conversations or get on some people's posts and they don't respond to us the way we want them to respond. So now we bashing. Now we doing what old boy did to me. Oh, that's why you divorced and I'm got a fiance. And like I just told old boy, if that's a joke for you, I hope you make it to the marriage stage. And then if you make it to the marriage stage, I hope you stay married. Because if not, I'm dragging you. I'm gonna screenshot this comment and I'm gonna drag you, because what if you are triggered? Just get off a post. Just get off a post, or either ask somebody, hey, I didn't understand what you said. Like, is did you say X, Y, and Z? Or, what is it that you said? Like, it's the adult conversation. And the fact that he responded the way he responded, I can tell how his relationship goes. I can tell how his arguments goes with his fiance. I could tell that he's the type of man that he don't grow. He can't listen to women, which means his fiance can't even be a helpmate to him because he's triggered by the fact that a woman has an opinion and a woman has a voice. But yes, Terry, closure. He said ghosting. Sometimes we don't even need closure though, to be honest. The only closure sometimes that we need is to move the fuck on. Get on up out of there. Don't even worry about if the person happy or not. Just move on. You don't even need no explanation why we didn't work out. It is what it is, whatever. That's the only closure we need. But yes, I am out of here. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Saturday. I've been out here